Yu-Gi-Oh! 101 card review. Hit a review a card that is coming, that was released. Excuse me, I gotta stop saying that it's coming. It's already It's already out in the OCG. That is, um, a card that was released in Clash of Rebellions. This is Tam-tam the Melodious Diva. Tam-tam. Um, isn't Tam-tams like some type of chocolate bar or something like that? I don't know, like one of those other countries. I don't know, like maybe it is. I don't remember, but yeah. Um, it's a light fairy effect monster, level 4, attack 1000, defense 2000. Description: if this card is special summoned while you control a melodious monster, you can add one polymerization from your deck or graveyard to your hand. If this card is sent to the graveyard as a fusion material for a fusion summon, you can target one melodious monster you control. It loses 500 attack. If it does, inflict 500 damage to your opponent. I think Photon Veil will actually be a good card to use with this, because that way you'll be able to special summon, um, you know, a light monster from your hand without having to use like any other. Well, while you already have a melodious monster face out, so that way you'll be able to take advantage of that um, effect where you can add polymerization from your deck to your hand. Um, I hope I got that effect right in my mind, because that's the way I remember it. It just allows you to special summon one light monster from your hand to the field. I don't think you have to have like no monsters on the field. I think you can have monsters on the field, but somebody correct me if I'm wrong. If not, then of course there's always cards like like a transmodify, where you can send a monster and then you can special summon a monster from your deck that is the same type and has like one level higher than a monster that you sent. So there's level 3 melodious monsters. So you'll be able to, you'll be able to get into the field like that if I accidentally got the effective photon veil wrong. But with that being said, I know when people look at, you know, cards like Tam Tam and they see the effect that, a monster you control loses 500 attack, and if it does inflict 500 damage to your opponent, you might think that'll be like a little exchange for like little to no damage, but it's been many cases of, opponents only having like 100 life points left and then them going on to like win duels because there was no way for you to, you know, get rid of that last 100 in order for you to win it. So in that perspective, yeah, that extra 500 damage does pretty good, but your monster has to lose 500 attack. Now, normally that would be a bad thing, but the Melodious got a new fusion monster called Bloom Diva. Now with Bloom Diva, it can't be destroyed by battle or by card effects, but also it has 1,000 attack. Now the reason why its attack is so low, and it's like a high level fusion monster too. So the reason why its attack is so low is because it has an effect where you don't take any battle damage uh, from battles involving Bloom Diva. And what happens is it inflicts burn damage between the attack or defense of the monster it's battling. So like the difference between that monster's attack or defense, it inflicts burn damage to your opponent. So let's say, for example, if your opponent had a monster on the field and its its monster was in like attack mode, like their monster was in attack mode, and it had, I would say, like 9,000 attack for whatever reason. Let's just throw out a random number. It had like 9,000 attack, and your Melodious Bloom Diva had 1,000 attack as it does, and you attack that monster. You wouldn't take any battle damage, but they would take burn damage, and it would be like 8,000 burn damage. What this card does is that it can lower the attack of that monster further, thus contributing to the effect more. So that right there is, it's basically made for Bloom Diva. you would do better by using this with Bloom Diva. Of course, you could use it to fusion summon any other Melodious fusion monster, but obviously Bloom Diva is the targeted is what's intended for this monster's effect. You don't want to use it for anything else unless you're trying to get like that last bit of burn damage from this monster from Tam-tam. But yeah, you want to use it to summon Bloom Diva. That way you can lower its attack further, thus contributing to Bloom Diva's effect, which inflicts burn damage to your opponent whenever it battles an opponent's monster. So that's what I got to say about that. It has 1,000 attack itself, so Nova Summoner can bring it to the field, I guess, right there. I don't know if there's anything that can search it out. Beside, when I say search out, I mean like add it from the deck to your hand. I don't mean bring it to the field. Even though I know when you talk about searches, it involves all of that. But I don't know if there's anything that can add it from the deck to your hand. Nope, there isn't anything. So guess that's it. So yeah, man. Link to this card is going to be in the description. You guys can check it out, and I'll see you for the next card review.